Namaskar, my dear friends. Welcome to my YouTube channel DP Forensic Lab. In today's video, I will discuss about introduction to the spectroscopy. So, what is a spectrum? A spectrum is a pattern which was observed when a white light dispersed through a prism. If the white light passes through a prism, you can see a band of different color. So this type of the band is called the spectrum. So this is called the spectrum. This may also be defined as changing of light intensity as a function of a frequency, or it can also be defined breaking of EMR, electromagnetic radiation light, in its component. So in the different ways the spectrum can be defined. Now spectra or the spectrum, there is three types of the spectra: continuous spectra, absorption spectra, and emission spectra. This is a continuous spectra. There is a no any lines in continuous spectra, and in the emission spectra you can see some bright lines, and in absorption spectra you will see some dark lines. So why this bright lines and the dark lines appear in the spectra? When the electromagnetic radiation interacted with the material, this material absorb some type of the frequency or the energy. The different the nature of the or which kind of the frequency the material will absorb, this will depend on the nature of the sample. So the transmitted light is a absence of the some wavelength which was observed by the material. So in observation spectra you can see some dark lines. This dark line denote absence of a wavelength. In emission spectrum, there is an emission. The material, when this material heated or given the energy, this emit a particular wavelength of the light, which depend on the nature of the samples. Some sample may emit the wavelength of the 580, another may not be emit. A sample 1 and this is sample 2. Sample 2 not emitting the wavelength 580, but sample 1 is emitting the wavelength of the 580, because the nature of the sample S1 and S2 is different. So in the emission spectra you can see the bright lines. This bright lines means the sample has emits such type frequencies or the wavelength. And then continuous, this is no any absorption, no any emission. If the spectra is recorded by a normal light, white light, so this type of the spectra is called the continuous spectra. Now this is a electromagnetic radiation. This a broad range from gamma rays or X rays to the radio waves. The wavelength is increasing down to here. Wavelength increasing and energy frequency is decreasing, wavelength increasing from down to here. Or this energy can be written as a E is equal to h nu. Now spectroscopy. What is a spectroscopy? Actually, spectroscopy is a study of spectrum. I have defined the spectrum in the previous slide. What is spectrum? Study of the spectrum is called the spectroscopy. This may also be defined as study of interaction of the electromagnetic radiation energy with the matter. When this electromagnetic radiation interact this with the material, the study of this transmitted light obtained by the after interaction of the material is called the spectroscopy. Or we can say a branch of the science concerning with the investigation and measurement of the spectra produced by the interaction of electromagnetic waves with the material. So this is a spectroscopy. So if we talk about the electromagnetic radiation is a form of the energy is travel through the space as a wave. Actually, electromagnetic radiation has a dual nature. This is a dual nature, wave nature or a particle nature. Electromagnetic waves. This is a dual nature. Some phenomena of the light or electromagnetic radiation can be explained on the basis of the wave nature of the radiation, and some phenomena can be explained on the basis of the particle nature of the electromagnetic radiation, like a photoelectric effect. Photoelectric effect of the light can be explained on the basis of the particle nature of the light, and like a reflection, refraction. This type of the phenomena can be defined, can be explained on the basis of the wave nature. So light has a dual nature, wave nature and the particle nature. So electromagnetic radiation, wave property. What is wave property? They say transverse waves, electric and magnetic field that are perpendicular to each other and to the direction of the travel. These two vectors, electromagnetic, suppose wave is traveling like this. So these vectors are perpendicular to each other, electric and the magnetic. Electric and magnetic. They are perpendicular this direction of the propagation of the waves, and the perpendicular also the each other. The wavelength and frequency can be given this formula E is equal to h nu. E is equal to h nu. Here nu is a frequency of a radiation, and speed of the light or radiation is 3 into 10 to the 8 meter per second, and reflection, refraction, diffraction or interference phenomena can be explained on the basis of the wave nature of radiation. Now this is also called the particle nature. What is the smallest particle of the light is called the photon, and the energy of the one photon can be written by this formula E is equal to h nu, where h is equal to Planck constant or nu is a frequency of the radiation. So I have explained the photoelectric effect can be explained on the basis of the particle nature of the light. So now what as I have described about the spectroscopy. What is a spectroscopy? So there is a different type of the spectroscopy. Suppose if the light incident or interact with the material. This is light or this is material. So what type of the phenomena can be occurred? The light may be reflect, light may be refraction may be take place, absorption take place, or if the light interact to the material, this is material, the emission of the light may be take place. This is emission of the light. So on the nature of this phenomena, the spectroscopy is categorized by the different type: ultraviolet spectroscopy, infrared spectroscopy, Raman spectroscopy, mass spectroscopy, FTR spectroscopy, optical spectroscopy, fluorescence spectroscopy, or scattering spectroscopy. In the next video, I will try to take a video for the different of the spectroscopy. Now today video I have tried to explain the basic about the spectroscopy and the spectrum. If you think it is a video is a good or the informative, please subscribe my channel and give the comment. If any further suggestion you want to give, you can give the further suggestion, or you can contact me for delivering any lecture in this field. Thank you, my dear friends.